Hey there, I am Veronica Isles, and I am so thrilled that you decided to join me on this lovely autumn day. Let's talk manifestation and how to live your best life ever, because you have the potential within you to accomplish all of your dreams and more. I know it may not feel that way right now, especially if a lot of things are going wrong. For example, maybe you've just been let down by your romantic partner, or maybe you just had some unexpected bills come up. Maybe you've been laid off from your job and you feel really hopeless right now. Well, I want to give you comfort that when circumstances arise, they're never permanent. I truly believe that there is something to be learned from all circumstances, and that there are actually teachers showing up in our life. Now, I know circumstances are always unwanted and we never want to go through challenges, but I promise you, if you can approach these things from a place of strength, a place of faith, and a place of observing exactly what is happening, you will better understand the knowledge to be gained, and the unwanted circumstance will leave. Poof, just like that. It really can be that simple. So I want you to admit to yourself right now that whatever you are going through, whatever challenges you are facing, it is in fact temporary. It's not permanent. You are not meant to suffer. You are not meant to live a life of disappointment or frustration. So I'm sending you a virtual hug right now. You're going to get through this. Things are going to be better. And you are going to use this moment to level up and rise to the next stage in your life where things are brilliant and wonderful. Now, manifestation is this idea that our thoughts, our feelings, our assumptions, our concepts of self are in fact designing our outcomes, the blueprint. We are the architects of our life. Now, I know that this can seem confusing if an unwanted circumstance comes in. Now, if you are suffering through some kind of challenge right now, it is not because you had too many negative thoughts. It is not because you are a bad manifester. It's not necessarily because you did something wrong. So don't blame yourself. Even if you know about the term, everyone is you pushed out, definitely don't blame yourself. It's always hard to say why these challenges come up, but I do think that if life was always the same, that if we never knew contrast, we could never know beauty. We could never know moments of miracles because it would literally all be the same. I don't know if you're familiar with Alan Watts' The Dream of Life, but it is a truly wonderful thing to listen to. And I would encourage you now to find a recording of it. It's really easy. You just put in Alan Watts' The Dream of Life. It will come up, I promise. And it's very inspirational because he sort of likens our lives to that of, being the dreamer. And sort of this idea that if you knew you were the dreamer, for example, you knew right now that life was just something you were dreaming up, you would in fact grant yourself all of the, your greatest wishes, your greatest dreams, your greatest desires, and you would live sort of a life of brilliance. Okay. So then he gives a second example that became sort of boring to you. So you added challenges and, where it was, you had to sort of escape things, and there was drama, et cetera, but you still knew that you were dreaming. And then the third example he gives is that you are going through this, but you have forgotten that you are dreaming. And that's where you are right now. And it always gives me sort of chills to listen to, because we are sort of relearning who we truly are. And that is, we are sort of pieces of a much bigger puzzle. The grander scheme of things. We are all part of source energy. We are all part of the universe, different aspects of God experiencing himself as man. And it would be truly boring if we knew we were the dreamer. So it's like we're unveiling this knowledge that we already know. For example, you were brought to this video for a reason. Maybe you are an experienced manifester. Maybe you know about this, you've known about this for a while, but again, you may be experiencing challenges right now, so you're wondering, why did this happen? Or maybe you're just learning about this for the very first time and you were brought here again for a reason. I do want to say that this knowledge and even just being here with me right now, me sort of reinforcing the fact that you are in fact experiencing an aspect of yourself. You are learning about yourself. You are sort of remembering who you are. But just sort of get still right now. Don't let your emotions get carried away. And remember for a moment that whatever you are going through right now is in fact temporary. That doesn't mean that you can't react to the situation. You're human, you're having a human experience. You're allowed to experience any emotions that you like. Just don't let those emotions get the best of you, because it is going to get better. And there's knowledge in this moment of challenges. And if you can better understand and better know who you are, and that is divine, beautiful, a miracle, creation of love, you can better align yourself with those experiences, because you are worthy of all of those things. I know it may not feel that way right now. Maybe you're suffering a heartache and it feels like things are hopeless and that life is just throwing you these awful situations that you have no control over. And you don't necessarily have control to change the circumstance right now, but you do have control over how you react to it, how you respond to it, and how you feel about the future and sort of your hope for the future. And having that faith that this moment of challenges, things will get better, and that you are deserving of this. Because you really are, and I mean that from my heart. So take a deep breath, get still, and remember that you are the divine. There's knowledge in this moment. Gain that knowledge. Be open to receiving whatever that is. And I guarantee the unwanted circumstance will cease to exist.